Hey, happy Friday night. I hope you're having a good night so far and you had a good week. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's going on with you? I hope you've had a good day. Mine was good. We didn't get any more file transfer orders for any more of our patent applications today, which I fully expected to log on to my work computer this morning and see a whole bunch more. And I talked to my attorney this morning, and he said, well, it's not great. It's not great. I know. But it's not the end of the world. I mean, yes, they did transfer a lot of files yesterday, but they didn't transfer all of them. You know, we still have some. I said, yeah, but I just have a feeling they're going to transfer the rest. And he said, but they haven't yet. They haven't yet. I said, right, I get that. But I just don't understand why they would transfer most of them and then leave just random, like they're not even like, oh, this was all a certain type or anything. Just leave us some. I just have a feeling that they're doing them in groups because it's a lot of work to transfer. Maybe they're just doing it in stages. So I have a feeling they're not done and they're going to transfer the rest. And he said again, he goes, yes, but they haven't done it yet. They haven't. He is the eternal optimist. I try to be more like that. I've learned a lot from him working with him over the years. I used to really stress out over stuff and I would get all bent out of shape worrying about things, and he would just say, Mary, it's no big deal. Anything, even if it doesn't work out for some reason, it can always be fixed. Most things in life can be fixed. It's not the end of the world. I mean, don't worry about it. You know, like when I first started doing patent work, I didn't know anything about it. I had to learn on the job, just flying by the seat of my pants because they were so overworked and they had so much to do. I kind of just got thrown in there, and a lot of stuff, it's kind of like you don't know what you don't know, and you think you're doing it right, and then you realize you didn't do it right, and sometimes you don't realize it until it's too late. There was a lot of that, and I would get really stressed about it, and I would just like, I'm so sorry, and he's going, it's fine, it's not a big deal. You're okay. It's okay. And it took me a long time to really get that. Like, it is okay. It is all right. We'll fix it. And I learned from this. I learned to not do it that way and to do it this way. So if it comes up again, I'll know what to do. And I would make notes. I just kept this notebook at my desk, and I just had all these notes in it about everything. And I would try not to make the same mistake twice. Like, I'm going to try to make new mistakes every time. So I learned from him to don't worry so much about it, because in life, he said, not just here, but in life in general, most things can be fixed. Most things can. So if you make a mistake, if you mess up, you can probably fix it. You know, it's not going to be the end of the world. So don't panic. Just look at the situation, figure out what you need to do, and then do it. That's all. You don't need to beat yourself up about it for the next 2 weeks. Just try to learn to let go. I still beat myself up about it, but I'm trying to learn to let go. And I'm a lot better than I used to be like 10, 15 years ago. Definitely better than like 15 years ago. Learn to let go and be positive. You know, try to stay positive about things. He is the most optimistic person I think I've ever met. I feel tiny. I have my phone on this little holder and it's at an awkward angle. I'm not in my, I have on my Gatorade sweatshirt because it's super warm and I love this thing. It is so incredibly warm. It even has a little pocket right here. Look, I don't know what you would put in here. You can't unzip it one-handed. Let's see, maybe if I hold it tight. No, you need an assistant to unzip your, well, I can zip it tighter. There we go. You could put a pack of cigarettes in there. That's like the perfect size for a pack of cigarettes. You could just stick in there. You're not getting a bottle of Gatorade in there. You're going to get a pack of cigarettes in there or a tin of Copenhagen. That's about all you're going to get in that thing. I totally derailed my own conversation. Sorry, I got distracted by the fancy pocket. There's not one on here. It's just on the left sleeve. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I don't know. Yeah, so he taught me to not panic, not beat myself up about mistakes, and to be positive. I just ate a piece of pizza. I feel like I have crumbs on my mouth. It was really good. Um, so he said, but they haven't transferred him yet. They haven't done it yet. Like, okay, you're right. I'll give you that. That's fair. They haven't done it yet. And they may not. I mean, he said that they may not. Maybe we'll just keep these and, it'll be okay. We're not getting any new work though. I know, but we still have these. We can still do these. He is just the most positive person. Nothing ever, I mean, I'm sure things get to him, but it seems like it takes a lot to really rattle him. Like nothing gets to this guy. I really appreciate his attitude. I've learned a lot working with him. I really have. I've learned to calm the hell down and to try to stay positive. And it's going to be okay. So he did say he was concerned about me. He said, "No, I want to check and make sure if it's okay with you because you won't be getting as many hours." But I'm thinking I already wasn't getting many hours, and they just took even more of our work away, which is going to mean that I get even fewer hours. I mean, so I don't know. I'm not super worried about it, but I did kind of go look around online last night at some different job opportunities, like some working from home, some working, outside of the home. And it's crazy some of the requirements they have for different types of paralegals and stuff. Like, yeah, no, I couldn't just jump into that job. But I may just exit the legal field altogether and find something just completely different. But for now, my instinct still says to not do anything. Just stay where you are. Don't do anything. And just see what happens. So for right now, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just kind of looking around a little bit, not doing anything, not really talking to anybody, just kind of looking around online, to see what's out there. I'm trying a different pair of shoes tomorrow. I have several pairs of Brooks. Let's see, what are these? These are something I can't read because the damn tongue is attached to the side of the shoe. Adrenaline 20s. And I put some of these stretchy laces in them. These are great. Have you ever tried these? They're, I think they're called like X laces or something like that. They're stretchy. And you put them in and you don't have to tie them. You just adjust them to where you want them. My tip would be start out with extra lace because once you cut it, if they're too tight, you can't really do anything about it. Yeah, they're really great. I'm thinking about, the sole's worn down a little bit. I didn't realize how bad that was. Shit. Well, I may wear these anyway. I'm going to a class in the morning, and I've been wearing Asics a lot lately, and I just wonder if these might give me a little bit more support than what I've been wearing. I don't know. I might wear these and see, you can take the insoles out of these, and I have my insoles from the Good Feet store, and they really do help, but I have had such a horrible flare-up of the plantar fasciitis in my foot that it has been really painful to the point where, I mean, I've been doing stretches, I've been doing exercises, hot and cold, Advil, I've been doing everything, and nothing is really doing anything, to the point where I just wonder if I have done something else to my foot. It's very hard for me to stand for very long. Even if I just stand there, I'm not even doing anything. But I think I can handle the class I'm going to tomorrow. So I'm skipping the one on Sunday because the class I do on Sunday seems to irritate it more than anything I do all week. So I'm skipping it Sunday because whatever the hell is going on with my foot, I cannot do that class right now. I literally can't because it really irritates it. There's a lot of jumping in that class and a lot of shifting your weight back and forth from one foot to the other, and that really, really irritates it. So I think I may have to go to the doctor. I may have to actually get somebody to look at it, because it's really getting to the point now where it's seriously affecting my everyday life, and I can't go on like this. Like when I'm making dinner, I have had to start getting out a stool to sit on because I can't stand long enough to make dinner. And when I was making the dill pickle soup, I had to keep sitting down in between like doing stuff because my foot was killing me. It's like a dull pain, but it's a very strong dull pain. And it seems to have moved. That's another weird thing about it. It was typical plantar fasciitis pain, which I still have, but now it's almost like on the underside of my foot, it's like moved almost to the outer part of the underside of my foot. So it hurts right at the base of my heel and on the outer part of my foot. I have no freaking clue what I have done to my foot. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I don't know. And I always said I would not want any kind of injections for any kind of pain. Honey, I understand now why people do it, because I'm like, bring it on. Give me, put a shot of something in my foot. If it'll make it stop hurting, hell yeah. Let me have it. I don't give a damn. My foot, oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. So I'm self-insured, and I'm going to have to call my insurance company. I think I might call them next week and just find out, like, who could I see in this area that's covered under my insurance for something like this? I don't know. I guess, do you just go to a foot doctor? I've never had a problem like this before in my life. It really started last summer, and it wasn't too bad at first, and then it has just progressively gotten worse and worse and worse to the point where I don't even know what the hell's going on with my foot. I don't know. But it has really started to affect my everyday life to the point where I can't do just like basic shit anymore. So I have got to figure out what's going on with my foot and how to fix it. I've tried it. The frozen bag of peas and the hot and the Advil and the roller ball and the rolling stuff under it and the stretching exercise. Done it for days. It has done absolutely nothing. It has made really no difference at all. So I'm out of ideas. But it hurts. So I've been trying to stay off it as much as possible. That's the only thing that makes it feel better, is to stay off of it. But I can't live my life just sitting on my ass. I will go insane. I can't just sit here. It is really bugging me. So I'm going to see if I can find out next week hopefully at least get an appointment with somebody to try to figure out what is going on with my foot, because I have no idea. I don't know if that's something I could go to just like my general doctor for. I mean, I don't know what they would do. They would probably just tell me to go somewhere else, like take some Advil, keep doing what you've been doing, and maybe it'll help eventually. And so far, I can't tell it's done a damn thing. I don't know. It's really bumming me out though, because it's seriously affecting my everyday life, and it's depressing, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. I mean, I can still go out and walk and do stuff, but it hurts. It hurts. I am aware of the foot pain the entire time. It never leaves my thoughts. It is always on my mind that my foot is killing me. Like when I did that Shop With Me video, my foot was killing me the entire time I was in Walmart. The entire time. And I'm thinking, I can't go on this way. I got to find some answers to what the hell is going on with my foot. It's not swollen. It doesn't look weird. There's nothing, just to like physically look at it, it doesn't look weird. It just hurts all the time. When I sit down, it doesn't hurt as bad, but it's still kind of hurts, but it's nowhere near as bad as when I'm standing up or walking or doing anything like that. So hopefully I can figure out what's going on. I got to figure out what's going on with his foot, because I can't live like this. I need to find out what do I need to do to fix it, and what do I need to do to prevent this from happening again, if anything. I don't know. But so there's that. I went to Lidl earlier, got some pizzas for my older son, and then my younger son wanted Wendy's, so I got him some spicy chicken nuggets. And that was about the most exciting thing. Yeah, I talked to my dad yesterday, and he was talking about coming down to take us out to eat. When we go out to eat, we always go to the same place. My dad is 82, and he loves cafeteria style food. There was a great little cafeteria in High Point called J&S Cafeteria, but it closed. He was really bummed out about that. So the only other cafeteria here that he will go to is K&W. Have you ever been there? Oh my God. I don't know. Everything to me, everything there tastes the same. Everything. It doesn't matter whether it's pie or fried okra or turkey and gravy. Everything there somehow manages to taste the same. It's weird. But he loves it. Oh, he loves it. All he ever gets is vegetables. He will get, like, he'll get cabbage, green beans, coleslaw, sometimes macaroni and cheese. Oh, their macaroni and cheese is nasty. Oh, it is so bad. It is so awful. It blows my mind because I got it once and it was terrible. It has no flavor to it. You're looking at it and they have these little white bowls, you know, the little ceramic bowls. They're about this big, and that's your veg. It's classified as a vegetable. I don't know how it's a vegetable, but it is at the K&W. So you taste it and your brain is going, hang on a minute. I'm looking at this bowl here and I'm seeing elbow macaroni, grease, and something that looks like it's supposed to be cheese. All you taste is just cooked noodles. It just tastes like a bowl full of cooked macaroni with nothing on it. It is the most bland thing. I don't think it's cheese. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's glue. It's like just some Elmer's glue that they squirted on there to hold it together. It has no taste whatsoever. You can't even taste the grease, which is weird because normally with as much grease as there is on that macaroni, normally you'd be able to taste it. You can't. It just tastes like cooked macaroni. It's horrible. It is horrible. You could put salt on it. It doesn't help any, but you can think it'll help. Put a little salt on it. It just tastes like salty, bland macaroni with nothing on it. It's horrible. It's truly horrible. The only thing they have there that I like is they have this baked ham sometimes. They don't have it all the time. If I see that they have baked ham, I'll get it. That's actually pretty good. The baked ham is pretty good. Everything else there is very bland. It's just, it has no flavor. The vegetables are cooked to death. They're all, it's like shooting a gun. They're all mushy. Like they're cooked to the point that they're just mushy. Oh, I hate going there. I hate it. But I can't tell my dad that because he loves going there. He loves it. And it's a nice memory. We've been doing this for, oh Lord, we've been doing this since before my kids were born. I mean, he's been taking me out to cafeterias. He would come down here. He lives up in Virginia. He would come down here to Greensboro, and whichever husband I was with at the time would go, we'd all go to the K&W or wherever and have this food. I have been subjected to many meals at the K&W. And then the line will stall out because the tennis ball on somebody's walker up ahead of you blew out and they had a flat tire and you gotta wait for them to move. I think most of their clientele has died, though. I think it's mostly older people who eat there, and sadly, honestly, I think a lot of the people that used to like eating there have passed away. So now when you go, there's really nobody there. And it's really sad because I can remember going to Morrison's Cafeteria when I was a kid, which they don't exist anymore, but used to be in North Carolina anyway. In North Carolina, there were Morrison's cafeterias everywhere, and my dad loved Morrison's Cafeteria. Loved going there. I don't really remember anything about it, but I remember there were long lines. The place was always packed. And K&W, there used to be these long lines. And they had this long hallway that, the line would form. And they used to have two lines to accommodate even more people. But it's really sad now because when you go, there's basically nobody there. There might be 10 other people in this whole big place eating. I mean, you basically have the whole place to yourself no matter what time you go. And we always go at dinner time and there's nobody there. It is just vacant. It is sad. And I don't know how they stay open. I mean, a lot of K&Ws have closed. I know the one in Asheboro closed. And I think there are a couple of them here in Greensboro that have closed. And but we go there. And so he called to see, when you want to go out to eat. We should go out to eat. And I said, oh, I don't know. And then he said, well, I talked to my friend. He has this friend down in Charleston. And his friend called him up and said, let's go to Florida and pick some oranges. They were in the Navy together. And so my dad said, yeah, we're thinking about going down to Florida to get some oranges. Now's a good time to go pick oranges. They do it every winter. I don't think they did it last year, though. They couldn't work it out last year for some reason. But they're going to try to plan to go down there and pick oranges and maybe get some grapefruits and stuff. And he said, you ought to come with us. I said, I can't get away. We'd kill each other if we had to go that far together in a vehicle anyhow. Not happening. So I said, well, why don't you go ahead and plan your trip with your friend, and then we'll worry about going out to eat when you get back. I don't want to interfere with your trip, because they'll go down there and stay for, several days before they come meandering back up this way. So I just hope that when I'm 82, I can still just go and take off to Florida, just no problem. I don't worry about him. I just worry about other people and the way they drive, because people are crazy. But he's been driving all of his life, and I think he's been in one wreck, and that one wasn't his fault. So, I mean, he seems to have it under control. So he's going to Florida, and then when he gets back, we get to go to K&W. He'll probably bring me a big old box of oranges, which is fine by me because, oh my Lord, because every time he goes, he'll bring me a big old box. So there'll be oranges in there and grapefruit, and oh, it's always so good. It is so yummy. Oh my word, they're so delicious. Picked right off a tree down in Florida and delivered to my house. Hell yeah. So he had a friend who lived down there, and I think they either moved away or died. I'm not really sure what happened, but so he said that to his friend, like, well, so-and-so is not there. Oh, I don't care. We can still go down there. So they're still planning to go pick oranges. He has another friend that lives down there that has like an orange grove or something, and he takes dried apples from, he dries some apples and takes them down there for her, and then she lets him go pick oranges. I don't know. It's like a trade. So that's what he's working on. But I guess when he gets back, we'll be going to the K&W. They have these desserts. It's just, I don't know. Just every time I go in there, it just makes me sad. Like, everything about it is just sad. I mean, there's all this food, and visually it's appealing, but it all tastes the same. It's like plastic and wax. It just has no flavor. It's like an artist's rendering of food. There's no taste to it. And I don't see the appeal, but he loves it. He loves it. He gets his little thing of cabbage. He get a little thing of coleslaw. Sometimes he gets like collard greens if they have them. Fried okra. He just, and a cup of coffee. And that's what he gets every time. That's what he gets. And every now and then he'll get a piece of coconut pie. If they have coconut pie that he thinks looks good, he might get that. But that's it. That's what he gets every time. And my older son likes their fried fish. Well, he liked J&S's fried fish. I don't know how he feels about the K&W fried fish. We only recently had to start going back to K&W after J&S closed, and J&S had better food. I mean, it was cafeteria style food, so it's not really my favorite, but it had more flavor than K&W. I mean, it tasted better. I didn't dislike it as much. I know their macaroni was definitely better. I will never get macaroni in K&W again. It was gross. I know. I treasure these moments. I do. But it doesn't make the food taste any better. And having misophonia like I do, if you have it, you know that the more you're around someone, the more the things they do might trigger misophonia for you. It's one of those things where exposure to the trigger does not decrease it. It actually makes it more intense. So I don't really care to be around anybody slurping coffee. If you want coffee, that's cool. I will find an excuse to go somewhere else. But at the cafeteria, I'm kind of stuck there. So I have my tricks and my ways to deal with it. My loop earplugs are the best. I have found that the loop earplugs help a lot. I just put them in my ears. He doesn't even notice them. And it really, if you have misophonia or you have trouble dealing with loud noises, and I also have a pair in my gym bag because there's this one lady who goes to a lot of the classes I go to, and she chews gum all the time. I've never seen this woman not chew gum. She even chews gum when she's doing like burpees and stuff, and I'm going, I don't know that you should be doing that. And she smacks it with her mouth open, and the harder she works out, the louder she smacks her gum, and it's really, really annoying. So, but when I pop in, there's Loop, Loop, Loop earplugs. These things they're like magic. I wish I had these. I've had misophonia since I was 8. I'm 49, so I've had it for over 40 years. I would have given anything for earplugs like this because regular earplugs don't really help as much. There is just something magical about these Loop earplugs. There are 2 different types. I think there's one called Experience and one called Calm or Quiet or something. I get the ones that block out the most noise. I think Experience doesn't block out as much. I get the ones that block out as much as possible. They're about I think they're $20 a pair. So I keep some in my gym bag, and when little Miss Smacky Smack walks into the room for class, if she's there, I'll pop them in. If she's not there, I don't have to, but when she's there, I have to wear them, or I will not be able to hear anything but her back there smacking her gum. And it doesn't matter where I go in the room, she always ends up either right behind me or right beside me. It doesn't matter where I go. I cannot get away from her. So that's the only way I can work out. And if you don't have it, I know it sounds silly, like, oh, just ignore it. But if you have it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your brain zeroes in on that sound. It's like involuntary. You can't. When I'm in a store and I hear somebody smacking gum, I have to see who's doing that. Who? I want to see who's doing that. And then I have to get the hell out of there. But I'm thinking about getting a pair of earplugs to keep in my purse. But I have been wearing my earbuds more in stores just to drown out just the bullshit noise in the store all the time. And yeah, it's a special level of hell. It's like the total opposite of ASMR. And I think it's related. I think ASMR and misophonia are related. Well, I really think there's a link. I don't know what it is, but there is something about, I think it is related to the limbic system. And it causes both. I think some people have one or the other. Some people have both. I have both. I wish I didn't have misophonia because it affects everything I do. I can't, it's hard for me to enjoy a meal to be around anybody eating or drinking anything, making any kind of mouth sounds. I can't stand it. I will just find a reason to go somewhere else until you're done. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And I've been that way now for 40 years, a little over 40 years. It started the summer I was 8 years old. Just out of nowhere, I just discovered that I couldn't tolerate mouth sounds. I can't stand them. I'm not annoyed. It's different. There are sounds that annoy me. This is different. This is something very different. It's very intense, and I just have to get away. I don't know how I got off on that, but yeah, it's been a good day. So we still have some matters at work. I mean, he's right. They didn't transfer everything. So for now, I'm just going to hang in there and see what happens and see if they are going. I feel like they owe us an explanation personally. And I think I'm going to tell my attorney that, like, we have been doing patent work for them for over 15 years. We've been handling this work for them. And they've given us no reason, no explanation for why they're doing this. I think we deserve an explanation. Like, that would be like being married to somebody for 15 years and then just coming home one day and going, yeah, I'm moving all my stuff out of here. So I've already made plans. We've already basically started moving it. I'm just letting you know. and then they just walk out and they don't tell, like, I'm sorry. You need to come back here and give me some more details, some sort of explanation for this. Was this something we did? Because I'm thinking back, like, I can't think of any reason. Like, are they not happy with our work? I don't know why they wouldn't be. I don't, honestly. I'm not just saying that. I have been racking my brain trying to figure out what made them do this. I would guess it had something to do with money. I bet the other firm is cheaper. It was probably just a business decision. Like, these people can do it cheaper. I don't know. I don't know, but it really bums me out. It really does. So I guess if they don't transfer out the files we have, eventually we'll be done with all of them. They will either issue or not, and they'll be done, and then that'll be that. Then we won't have anything else to do. So yeah, I guess that'll be the end of it. I think he's just going to retire when this is over. He didn't say so, but he didn't seem too upset. He said, I'm not really worried about it. I'm just worried, are you okay? I said, I'm all right for now, but, what are we talking about here? I mean, I'm going to have very little work to do, even if they don't transfer anything else out. So, I don't know. But my instinct still says don't do anything. Don't do anything at this point. Just wait. So I'm just babbling at this point. I need to get ready to go to bed. So I got to get up early in the morning. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry. I'm just babbling at this point. I found this book at Goodwill the other day. I haven't really looked at it though. It's called Fries. Indulge in the classic, the new, and the surprising. And it's a recipe book for fries. Don't they look good? Different types of fries. Ooh. You can make fries. Coconut curry fries. Nacho fries. Ooh, that does look good. Yeah. We have essential ingredients. Seasoned curly fries. Pretty pictures in this book. So this was $2.49 for this little hardback book. It's got an Ollie's tag on it. Shit, I could have bought it cheaper at Ollie's. It was only $1.99 at Ollie's. I bought it at Goodwill. I should have just gone to Ollie's and found it there for cheaper. Damn Goodwill, I swear. Personally, I think if there's a yard sale sticker or something on there, they should have to give it to you for the whatever the cheaper price tag is on the item. But they don't, because they suck. Well, anyway, I gotta go. But thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon.